Today our lecture 5. The topic is our types of lines and its uses and where what are the application of these lines in our drawing sheets. So we'll discuss in deep in our this basic lecture of your types of lines. So in our previous lectures, lecture 1 and 2, we will discuss about the drawing instruments and their applications. So if you not go through these lectures, please go through these lectures also. The description of these links also provided in the description. So after that, in previous lecture, we will also discuss about the lecture for problems regarding the drawing instruments. So we will discuss also basics in our lecture 4 also. So in our present lecture, we will go through the types of lines. Let's start with the proceedings. So on the screen, students, you can see our lines and their pencils. So we already talked about that in our previous lectures. There are three types of pencils are there: H, B, and HB. Where we use H, where we use B, where we use HB. We will also discuss in this lecture also. Where H is the harder grade and B is your softer grade and HB is your medium grade. So you can see initial work and construction lines. Construction lines is connected to your geometries. When in schooling, when you draw your angles, when you draw your triangles, so these are the construction lines in your geometry work. So these are the lines can be drawn with the help of the H pencils. So you can see also we can draw the outlines. This one, dotted lines, section plane lines, dimension lines, and arrowheads and extension lines also can be drawn with the help of the 2H pencils. So in your center lines and your section lines, you can go with the 3H or 4H pencil. Basically, when you are beginners, we recommended that in our universities as well as in institutions, we'll go for the H and 2H pencils. I also told about in the previous lectures why we go for the H and 2H pencil, because when we beginners, these H and 2H having the light impression on your sheets. When some lines will draw by mistakenly, so we have to rub these lines. So when we after the rubbing, they do not spread any stream marks or any visualized marks on your sheets. So these are the H and 2H. They are light grade pencils. So that's we recommended that in beginners to students so to go for the H and 2H pencils. Student, you can see in your screen a types of line is represented here and description of the types of line is also represented here, and pencil grade that will be used for a particular line and the application of a particular line where will be used in a drawing sheet. So their first application, first line is there, line type A. You can see a type A line is very thick line, a continuous thick or continuous white line that will be drawn with the help of the pencil H pencil. And what is the application? The outlines of an object, outlines or edges that are visible, it will be represented with the help of the type line A and with the help of the H type pencil line. Besides this, your flow charts and your maps also drawn with the help of this type A line. Moreover, your cuts of lines, you can see cuts of screw threads is also represented with the A type line. I am showing a diagram of crust or screw threads. So at the bottom, this is your minor diameter. At top side, this is your major diameter, and this is your pitch circle diameter. Pitch diameter. At the top of side, you can see I am shading this one. This is represented your crust of a screw thread, and this bottom one is this bottom is known as your root of your screw thread. So this crust is made with the help of the A type line. This is continuous thick line, or it is drawn with the help of the H type pencil. Clear? In next, you can see type B. Type B is your contain thin or narrow, or you can say straight curve lines. It is represented with the help of the 2H pencil on your sheets. Please remember, student, the thin lines we will draw with the help of the B type line with the help of 2H pencil, and the application of the 2H pencil is your like dimensions line, extension line, ladder line. Next one is your reference line, your constructions line correlated to your geometrical. When you go for the geometry like angles, your triangles, you made these are the construction lines. Next your hatching lines, and next is your roots of screw threads that we already elaborated. The roots of screw thread here. So these are represented with the help of the B type pencil. The B type pencil is your contour thin or narrow, straight or curved line. So these all are lines where on your sheets will be plotted with the help of the contour thin line, and this contour thin line will be represented with the help of the 2H pencil. Clear? In next slide, you can see a line similar to a description of the line and what pencil we will use here and what are the application of the line. You can see a C type line. This C type line is a free hand line, that is a contour thin narrow free hand line. This is represented with the on your sheet with the 2H pencil, where we will use here to represent cut and sections. This will be also discussed with the example in the coming slide. The C type line. Next is your D type line. D type is your, you can see, continuous zigzag thin line is known as your this type D line. This is also represented on your sheet with the help of the 2H pencil, where we use here when any object having a longer length, that is no need to draw on your sheet. So the longer edges, longer section, we no need to draw the complete longer section. We can split it with the long zigzag line, long continuous thin zigzag line. This is your cutting section line that will be made with the help of the 2H pencil at your drawing sheets. Clear? Next is your E type line. You can see a E type, a dash thick white. A dash thick white is known your E type line, and this is fabricated with the help of the H pencil. This line is used for the surface treatment, surface requirements. Next is your F type line. F type line is dash thin narrow is your F type lines, or you can say the hidden lines can be drawn with the help of the F type line, and these hidden lines will be drawn with the help of the 2H pencil. So hidden objects and edges drawn with the help of the F type pencil. This is also known as a dotted line. And the ratio for this dash line, this will be a 2 mm, and the space between these two lines will become a 1 mm. So this is a standard. When you plot these lines. So remember, students, when you plot this line, so the dimension of this line should be a 2 mm, and space apart with from the two lines will be the 1 mm. Next is your G type line. This is a chain thin long dash dotted narrow. You can see a long spaced and then dotted, then long spaced, then dotted, then long spaced, then dotted, then long spaced. It means this is line is thin type line and can be drawn on the sheet with the help of the 2H pencil. And what is the application for the chain thin long dotted narrow lines? Your center lines, pitch circle diameter of gears, your flanges, or you can say your deep holes circles, your deep or circle center, also drawn with the help of these type of lines. So these are the some applications of the chain long dash lines. Next is your H-type line. In H-type line, this is a thick, then thin, then thick again. So this is also known as thick, thin, thick lines. These line also described as a chain thin narrow with a thick wide at the end. Both the ends is wide and thick. Both the ends are thick of this line. Basically, it is drawn with the help of the thick portion will be drawn with the help of the H pencil, and the thin portion will be drawn with the help of the 2H pencils. And what is the application? Where we use these two types of lines? Basically, these are the cutting plane lines. What is the meaning of cutting plane lines? For example, this is having a rectangular shape of any object, and this thick portion, this thick and this is thin, and showing the cutting plane here from section AA. It means the object is cutted from this section AA in this direction. If I am talking in this horizontal direction. So these both two represents the cutting plane lines. Next is your J-type line. You can see precisely these are the thick type line, chain thick or long dash dotted wide. For the center line, this is the thin, then dot, then this thin, then dot, then this was thin, then the dot. So these both are similar, but they having their own application. Where we use, so this is made by the H pencil, where the surface requirements are there. Surface requirements are there. We will go for the J type line, and it is plotted with the H type pencil. We will also discuss with the example in a coming slide. Next is your K type lines. You can see precisely here a thin, then double dot, a thin and double dot. The main difference is the K type line having a double dots. So chain thin, double dash or long dash, double dotted narrow is used where, and before we use it, what pencil we will use here? 2H pencil. 2H pencil, and where we use to represent centroidal lines of a moving object, we will go for the K type line, and this K type line will be represented 2H pencil. So beside these types of lines, there are some 2-3 types lines of is also there in civil use. In civil point of view, for example, we have a plot map. In plot maps, for example, I am showing this a plot, and this is your light, then this is your darker one, then this is light, then this is a darker one, then this is darker one, and then this is light. Similarly, I am making some kitchen portion here. So this is lighter one, this is darker one. So it means that a darker line represents heavy solid lines. This is also known as the outer lines. This is also known as outer lines, or we can say the visible lines. Visible lines that we will plot with the help of the A type line. And this is lighter one. This is also known as light solid lines, or you can say a continuous thin line. Continuous thin line, it is a B type line. And similarly, one more line is there, a phantom line. I am showing the roof overhanging part. In plot, there at a roof, there a hanging part I am showing here. This overhanging part represented with the help of the phantom lines. Phantom lines. So these are the overhanging parts is there. For example, some balcony is above, or you can say the lighter exposure beams. So these the 3 terms with the represented with the phantom lines. So basically, 3 lines, one more is there in your types of line. There are heavy solid lines, light solid lines, and phantom lines. The basic meaning and the differentiation not much bigger. So it is also represented by the continuous A type line, continuous B type line, or continuous thin line. You can say they are light solid lines. So these are the examples of types of lines that we will use in our drawing instruments. Next is the thickness of the line up the thickness of the line according to the pencil drawing. When we go for the drawing sheets, when we draw with the pencil, there are two types of line groups we represented here are 0.2 mm or 0.1 mm. The 0.2 mm represented with the medium thickness, and 0.1 we represented here the thin types of lines. So where we what is the application of these two lines? Basically for the 0.2 mm having a medium grade thickness, so we will represent with the outlines, or you can say the visible lines, visible objects or edges drawn by with the help of this medium line. And second one is cutting plane lines, also represented with the medium thickness of the pencil, that is you can say the H pencil. Second one is the you can say 2H pencil, thin type pencil, where we can use in center lines, already we discussed. Section lines we also discussed in previous slide. Dimension lines we already discussed, and you can use extension lines, ladder lines, and you can short break lines or long break line. So these all are represented with the according to the thickness of the line. So in the next slide you can see on a screen types of lines we already discussed, and with the help of the example we will discuss more in depth that what line having the basic meaning in your drawing sheets. So when you plot the drawings, and you can more clear about these types of lines with the example. So first line is your outline is also a B type line. It means a continuous thick line. It is, we already discussed, A type line. It's a A type line. It's a A type line. The outline, where is the outline in this figure? This one. It means, I already talking about the outline. It means the visible outlines or the edges. So visible outline, it means the object having this the outer line. These are the outer lines, and it will be represented on your sheet with the help of the H pencil. With the help of your H pencil, it means a medium grade pencil. A medium grade pencil we already discussed in previous slide is a 0.2 mm thickness. It is drawn with the help of the H pencil, and this is the outer lines. So outer lines is represented the A type lines. Next in these lines, your dimension lines is your B type lines, and B type line having a thin, or you can say a continuous thin type line is drawn with the help of a 2H pencil. Where is the dimension lines? This one is your dimension line. Basically in dimension line you can see this is a continuous thin, and this dimension line it terminated. I am zooming this and plotting this again here. I am zooming this terminated line with the help of the arrowheads, like this. This is terminated with the arrowhead. This is a dimension line, and you can see from the terminated arrowhead, this is some extension, and this extension is far away from the dimension line is 3 mm. This is a standard when you plot a dimension line on your drawing sheets. So after the arrow, that the extension line having a width is up to a 3 mm. So in dimension line you can see a dimension line. This is a dimension line. This is your extension line. This is perpendicular to dimension. This is the extension line, and the extension line from the arrowhead having a distance of 3 mm. So I am elaborating this type, and this is 90. These are all dimensions are in mm. Clear? In dimension line there are one more line is there. It's a ladder line. This one is a ladder line. Ladder line where we represent here For example, this is a circle diameter. Diameter is represented by the help of the notation phi. A phi notation is represented with the diameter of the circle, and having a, for example, this is 10 mm diameter of the circle. You can see the ladder line. This one is the ladder line. This is a part of the dimension line also. But the nomenclature of this step, this is a ladder line. So this ladder line, also a B-type line, and it is a continuous thin line, and we will plot it with the help of the 2H pencil. Next is your hatching line, also plotted with the help of the 2H pencil, and where the hatching line is represented when a solid section cutting section, this section. You can say this is a hatching line, or you can say the section line. This is a square part showing a section. I'm plotting in enlarging view. This having a sections like this, and this is having a particular angle, 45 degree. This having a particular angle, 45 degree. So this is inclined with the 45. This is also standard, and the distance between two lines, 1 mm to 2 mm. This is also standard. If we go for the 1 mm distance, the other distance will remain the 1, and so on. If you mean the variation, we can having a limit from 1 mm to 2 mm. So this is your hatching line, or you can say a section line, that is represented with the help of the 2H pencil. One more thing here, when we discuss about the ladder line is also known as the pointer line also. Ladder line is also known as the pointer line also in some of the books, represented with the pointer line. Clear? Next is your hidden lines, or you can say a dotted lines. We represented in our previous slides with this is a F type or E type. Both types we will use as the hidden lines or dotted lines. The type E line having a thick dashed line, and F having a thin dashed line. We already represented in our previous slide, if you remember. So where the hidden line, basically this hidden line, F type line or E type line, we will use when some impression is there, but we cannot visualize in a particular view. Basically, we have 3 types of view we will discuss in our projections. So if I'm talking about, for example, in this figure, this is a front view, this is your top view. In front view, basically where the hidden lines, you can represent here 2 hidden lines here. This one is a hidden line, and this one is also a hidden line. You can see in both the figures, when any surface is there. For example, I am talking this line. This having from the top view, we can easily visualize this line, but the front view we cannot see, but it is available. So if we are directly not visual a particular view, so we will go for the dotted line here. We can represent the hidden line as a dotted line. Similarly, this circle having a diameter and in depth also, but in depth in front view we cannot see because this is the blind hole. So that's why this is a hidden line. Is it clear? Hidden line, if I'm talking about this portion, if I'm talking this portion, the width of this is a 2 mm. A space apart from between these two is a 1 mm. So this is standard. Students, we will remember when you plot your drawing sheets, and it will remember the hidden line having these type of dimensions. So it is very important. So similarly, one more thing is there. If 2 hidden lines intersecting each other, you can see intersection section. So in intersection section, a dot is in between this space mark. So this is a wrong method to represent the 2 hidden intersection like this. So this is a exact method to represent the 2 intersection of the 2 hidden lines. So next one is a border lines. We already discussed in your second lecture, border lines. This is a B type line. It is a continuous thick type line. What is the border means? Suppose we have a sheet This is a untrimmed sheet, for example. From the untrimmed section, we will provide a margin. We provide a margin. So this is your inside is a margin line. From the margin line, the prints are trimmed. From the margin, print section is trimmed. So means this unwanted part. This unwanted part we remove from the margin line. So from the margin line, we will draw a border line. Border line. Clear? So this is an untrimmed point. This is your trimmed point, or you can say item from the margin. The prints are defined. From this margin to this distance is 30 mm for A0 and A1 sheets, and from that margin to this top side, from the bottom margin to border line, and from left hand side margin to border line, this distance is known as your 20 mm from top, bottom and right side for A0 to A1 sheet. For A2 and A3 sheets, the left hand side, this one talking about, the left hand side having a 20 mm margin, and for top, bottom and right side, the margin should be a 10 mm. So this is the standards. So you have to remember these, students, because when we go for the sheets, first of all you know about the sheet size. Second one thing, the sheet size is trimmed size or untrimmed side. If untrimmed side, we go for the margins. Then from the margin we will draw the border lines, and from the margin the print media is decided. So we will trim these sheets and we preserve the sheets in folded position. We already discussed in previous folded having two types of folding, folding 1 and folding 2. How to fold the sheets with the two types of methods. Folding 1, in folding 1 method, the dimension 297 into 190 mm, and in method 2 the overall dimension of the sheet will become a 297 into 210 mm. Clear? So these are already discussed. If you are not remember these 2 points, these are the borderline points. So please go with the previous lectures. In lecture 3, we'll discuss all these margins and borders, and what types of sheets are required, and what is the relation between the A0 to A5 sheets. So these are discussed in deep. So if you are having some confusion, so go with these lectures. The lecture descriptions are also mentioned in your description section. Next is your center line. Center line is your G-type line. You can say this type: dash, then dotted, dash, then dotted, dash, dotted, then dash, dotted. It will be drawn with the help of the students with 2H pencil. Remember these points, students. Remember these points, because when we draw the sheets, you will still confuse that what pencil we have to use for the particular lines, what are not. So before we go for the, just you know about the what pencil is suitable for the what type of line. So in this center line, we will go for the 2H pencil, and where the center line is there, this one is the center line. This one is the center line. This one is also center line. Here, this is already represented here, center line. Sorry, I already double marked. This is also center line. This is also center line, and this is also a center line. You can see in center line, what is the dimension of this space? This is more clear about this. The dimension of the space from 9 mm to 12 mm. The dimension space having a distance of 9 to 12 mm. You can take it's 9 mm, or you can say either to 10 or 11 or 12. But between these two value will be defined. Either if this having a 10 mm, so this space having also a distance of 10 mm. So this is dotted having a distance is 1 mm. Okay, clear? Next is one more thing is there. Concentrate on this figure. I am zooming this. I have circled this. Here you can see from the outer line. From outer line, the center line is just part away, having this part away. So this is a correct representation. When we plot a center line, the center line should be too far away from the outer line, from the visible line. You can say these are the visible lines, or you can say the outer lines. So in every center line, you can see this is a distance is too far away from the visible line, from the visible line, this one. So in every center line you can see we having some short type of distance beyond the outer line. Next is your locus line. Locus line is your K-type line. In our previous slide, we will discuss about the locus line. Locus line is also drawn with the help of a 2H pencil. This is a dashed double dot. Dash double dot. The line is there. So it is represented to represent the piece circle or moving objects. You can see a rod that moving at its own axis, and this line represents a pitch circle line. This line represents a pitch circle line. So at that type of line, we will go for the locus line. And you can see from a locus line, this from this arrow, this arrow represents as your ladder line. So these are the very important terms, students. You know about the each and every line, because in drawing every line having some own meaning. It is not meaning that this line is nothing, but whatever line is represented on your drawing, it having its own meaning. It's very important, students. So remember this thing, and never draw unwanted line on your drawing sheet. The observer, or you can say that the drawing reader, will confuse that this line, what is the meaning of this line. So next is your short break line. Short break line, I am already talking about in the previous slide. The C-type line, it means a freehand drawing, freehand line. Freehand line is represented with the C-type line, and this C-type line is represented with the help of what type of pencils, students? 2H pencils. Where is the, in this figure you can see a short break line, that is this one, freehand. A freehand line, you can see a short break line. Next line, student, a chain thick line, that is represented with the help of the J line. This one, this is thick, then dot, then again thick, then dot, then again thick. So this chain thick line represent the surface requirements or treatments is required on this particular surface. So we will represent this type of line if any surface requirements are there. Next is your long break line. We already discussed in our previous slides. The long break line is represented with the D and having a represented with the 2H pencil. This one I'm talking about. A zigzag, a continuous zigzag line is represented here, long break line. Here is a, and where we use here for represent the cutting section points. Cutting sections on the object, we will go for the long break lines, or it means when the object is too long, you have a continuous size and shape having a longer distance. So we avoid too long distance, we cut this section and we mark the length of the object only. For example, if we have 40 inch long, if it is 40 inch long, so we will not plot the 40 inch completely. So we plot up to 2 inch, or you can say 1.5 inch, and we will mark this zigzag here, and we will represent that. It means that this portion is 40 inch long. This is the meaning of this, to save the space on your drawing sheets. So students, this is some basics about the types of line and their applications. So in our coming lectures, when we plot the drawings on our whiteboard, and we expecting that you can draw easily at your home as well as your workshop. So these are the basics that is very much important when you plot your drawings on your sheets. So in the coming lectures, we will discuss all the letters and types of letters and dimensions of the letters. What is the ratio required, what is the height of the letter, and dimensions and their notations and types of dimensions. So these are the some basics we also will discuss in a coming lecture. So stay connected with us. So thank you, class.